Jay. With that said, here's this week's review. Alter Bridge. Fortress. The latest. Now, if you don't know who Alter Bridge is, I got a couple of hints. This is Creed with a new singer. Now, a lot of people don't know who Myles Kennedy is. Now, I don't remember the name of the band that he was before this, but here's how I discovered these guys. Now, obviously, I'm a Creed fan, so when that all blew up with Sap, that was it. Now, granted, they did come out with an album fairly recently, and it's very good as well. But I found these guys because I was watching a movie called Rockstar. Yeah, that movie with Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston, where Mark plays a lead singer of a cover band called Steel Dragon. And for you heavy metal guys, Steel Dragon is a pretty cool band, as a matter of fact. Zakk Wylde is on guitar. Jason Bonham is on drums. Jeff Pilson on bass. I don't know these other three guys, sorry. But with that alone right there, I've always been a big Dokken fan. Check out that bass. I think these guys ripped off my bass sound, man. Man, when I used to play my Ernie Ball, that's what it sounded like live, man. CFP, you guys remember. Those guys used to get so pissed because I used to jump around all around on the stage, and I had that crunchy bass sound. But anyway, so back to the movie. So Mark plays the lead singer of that band as he gets the opportunity from them hearing his cover band doing Steel Dragon cover tunes, and they needed a new singer, so they invite him, and he becomes their lead singer. At the very end of the movie, and I'm not going to give away the movie, but there's a scene where he hears this guy out in the crowd, and he's looking around, he's like, wow, that guy knows all the words. And he starts remembering what he used to do because he wanted to be a big rock star. And so he goes to one of his techs and says, grab me a mic, with the hand signal, grabs a mic and gives it to the guy. Grabs him up on stage. Well, that guy is Myles Kennedy. And so he sings a couple of bars. The solo section comes in, he pulls him in the back and says, hey, you're my hero, I used to follow you. He goes, you know the set? He goes, yeah. He gives him the gig. Man, that's a cool story. Not to lose track, but if you folks vote for Hillary, you can kiss that freaking idea goodbye. She's gonna raise taxes on the middle class. So you musicians out there trying to make a buck, guess what? She's gonna take more. She's gonna take more. And if you want to see me writing about some of this stuff so you can get educated, you go to Katsunyama, and I'm on Facebook. You go check that stuff out. I love posting shit about that liar. And Fortress, well, you're going to need a Fortress, because if she takes your Second Amendment right, man, you better buckle down and hide your guns, because they're going to take them away. Yeah, how cool is that? Doesn't sound like Creed either, even though it is Creed. This guy, Myles Kennedy, is like my new favorite singer. Now that Lane Staley's not around, I still love Chris Cornell just the same. But this guy's right there in my top 5 with who I like to listen to as a vocalist. This guy sounds fucking great. Yeah, don't be addicted to pain. You will if you vote Hillary, though. Fuck. That wench is on a fucking mission to fuck us up. Wake up, people. Now, the reason why I picked this album, only because it's the only album of theirs that I can find on vinyl. And even if I had all 4 of their albums, I don't know which one I would have picked anyway, because all 4 of these albums are great, just as the Creed albums. And I love to rag on fucking Kanye. You are not a musical genius, bro. Mark Tremonti is a fucking amazing guitar player, songwriter. That guy is a musical genius. You cannot is a button pusher. You can't even fucking sing. As a matter of fact, Mark Tremonti sings a song on here. Actually, on top of that, put out his own album called Tremonti. Actually, it's his second album, which if you can find that, I would get that too. I didn't care too much for his first one, but I love his latest. It's fucking heavy as crazy. Tremonti, Cauterize. How fucking cool was that guitar solo? You know, back in the day, when we didn't have all this internet stuff, you know, we had to rely on radio stations, but we used to also rely on a couple of magazines. 2 that stand out to me was Circus and Hit Parader. Now, granted, you had the Music Exchange, because all of us like to use that as well, especially if you were looking for musicians to fill in gaps when some of the coconut musicians couldn't do their shit and they got kicked out of bands, or they were fucking doing drugs and shit like that. But Tremonti's a tasty guitar player, and we used to always look to see who was the tastiest guitar player. And back then, you know, it was either George Lynch or what's that guy from Rat? He used to come up with really cool licks as well. Anyway, but that was a fucking awesome solo. So if you like that kind of stuff, you gotta listen to some Alter Bridge. If you notice, sometimes when I play these albums, yeah, I like to pick up the needle and go to a different track. But man, you don't have to. Stuff that I pick is you can put that whole album on and you can enjoy the whole thing. I look for bands or I look for albums that I think are on vinyl that should be bought and owned on vinyl is because you're not gonna miss a song. There's not like filler shit. Kanye.
Tomorrow's gone. So say goodbye. Please try, leave us here with nothing. Justify all that you consume.
These guys fucking rock. There's got to be something wrong with you. Seriously, something wrong with you. Check yourself into a mental hospital if you don't think this is fucking awesome. I don't care if you're a pop lover, a rap lover, or just classic rock, or that true blue heavy metalist, black metal, whatever. You cannot say this is not good. Great. Amazing.
Don't pretend you've done no wrong. 'Cause you know that I'm right.
Now, I don't know if you guys know it, but Miles Kennedy is the lead singer for Slash. You should go out and get his last album, which, if I'm not mistaken, he's coming out with a new one soon. But the last album that just came out, also fucking amazing.
One day you will see what you've done. The world you chose to bleed will be dead and
Alright, we're going to try another track. I always like to pick up the needle and start again. Again, that's one of the advantages of vinyl. That it's more like a hobby type of thing, that you're actually involved with it. Taking the record, putting it back in its sleeve. Not like a CD, I mean, not to take anything away from the CDs, because they sound great, of course, and you've got that digital thing going on, but again, there's just something so awesome about vinyl. I can't explain it. Well, I can't explain it. Plus, it's the warmth of these albums, man. It's just fucking awesome. Alright, let's try a different one here. Let's see. I'm going to pick, let's pick this one. Again, I just picked any song. I just put it on the needle.
close your eyes and tell me what you see. I bet it doesn't have a goddamn thing to do with me. There's nothing left to say. I finally know the truth about you. You covered all you played well. I was the last.
There's a couple of songs on here that are a little slower. You know, I always believe that even if you're a heavy metal band, you should throw in something that's a little slower, a little bit more, you know, not in your face like a lot of this stuff.
So go on and cry me a river.
So yeah, if you guys vote Hillary, don't be crying me no fucking river. You asked for it.
Never will.